everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Kitty. Today is Tudgy Day, aka Turkey Day. My boys are with their dad and it's just my dad, Bella, and me here. I slept in super late and I kind of wasn't feeling like cooking, but we decided to do it because our turkey was already thawed out and watching everybody's pictures just made me hungry. So we're gonna have a late turkey dinner. The turkey is almost halfway done and I'm gonna start doing the side dishes. So if you guys are interested in hanging out with me, please keep watching. So I'm gonna do my cherry cheesecake that I do. It's a no-bake cherry cheesecake. The only reason why I'm doing this is because when I went to the store the other day, there was no pumpkin pie puree, so I was gonna make a gluten-free pumpkin pie. And for those of you who are new, I am gluten-free, so that is why I'm making gluten-free instead of making the crust for myself. Walmart does carry a gluten-free pie crust. It's a graham cracker crust, so this is what I got. And now I'm gonna do the whipping cream, and then we're gonna mix the powdered sugar and the cream cheese. So let's do it. That took about a good 6 minutes. Now I'm gonna do the cream cheese. The only thing I didn't have was vanilla. That's the one thing I forgot. So I'm just adding this whipping cream to this. I have this recipe too on my YouTube channel. It's under no bake cherry cheesecake. So now we're just gonna fold, and it feels like a thick pudding. I'm gonna get my graham cracker crust. It's already broken, but we don't care. We will put a broken piece of cherry cheesecake on our plate and still have it. I'm just gonna put as much as I can in here. It usually fits pretty well to fit in here. And then we just flatten it out. This part's kind of tricky because the crust falls apart and it sticks to it. So I try to do my best, but the crumbs do come off and it will mix. So, but we ain't perfect here. So there it goes. So good. I'm just gonna pop this back on and put this in the fridge, probably for 30 minutes to an hour. You know, and then we pour the topping on and it'll be ready to go. I'm trying to keep my area clean because I don't like working in a messy area. So we just got done with the cheesecake. I washed the dishes. Now we are going to do the sweet potatoes, the candied yams. I don't do fresh. I just use the canned one because I got this off of Ibotta for free this year. So I'm just gonna do this and drain it. Okay, now we're just going to mash these up. These just smell like when my babies were babies and barely eating their vegetables. Now they're just picky. Okay. You don't want to do it too much. And then we're going to get some butter. I thought for sure this was going to be nice, ready to use, but it's pretty hard still. And we're just going to cut some slices. I've seen people use like the Bonnie Bell one, but that's not butter. Fuck it, might as well use the whole thing. I thought this was not thawed out, but it is. Now we're going to take our brown sugar. You can put as much as you want, but I'm just going to sprinkle it because very fattening. Looks so good. We usually use about a cup of the brown sugar. And we'll just use the whole bag because okay, this is why I hate gluten-free baking, because this recipe, this new recipe that I tried out, it is not going well. I had tried out a recipe last year and it worked out well. However, I can't find that recipe. So now I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna try to wing it and see if it comes out good, because I followed the recipe to the T, but when it came down to it, it was really watery, and that's not how the one I did last year came out. So I'm hoping this one turns out okay, because this is all I have left for. I don't have enough to make more, so I'm hoping that it turns out okay. And this is why they wanted you to put oil on your hand. So I have my thing buttered here. I'm gonna cover it and we're gonna let it do its thing. Wish me luck. I'm just looking at this. I gotta clean it up. I have my candied yams here. The turkey is going. I still gotta do mashed potatoes. I'm just gonna do instant mashed potatoes because we're crunching time now. That's my own fault for starting late. And I gotta do the macaroni and cheese. That's the last main thing. The bread is rising right now. I just gotta pop this in the oven with the macaroni and cheese. That won't take long. And then the bread is the last thing that's gonna take like 30 minutes or so. So we are crunching time here. I'm gonna put that on high because we're trying to hurry up and make this macaroni. I have it on high. I like to put some salt and some olive oil. And this is my favorite kind of gluten-free elbow macaroni that I use. And then I just love this brand. I use to make lasagna. And then we have a fettuccine one. And then we have, I usually get the same brand, but for the spaghetti. So we're just gonna wait for that to boil. I have my butter already thawed out. I use this cheese, and it says gluten-free. I'm still debating on whether I should just make this because I got this free from Ibotta and just make some homemade gravy, but I don't know, you guys, like, this is just too easy. I have to look how many potatoes I have. Let me see. So my rolls are done rising. They didn't rise that much. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if I should just try to make it still or not. It didn't rise. I don't think the recipe came out the way I wanted it to. Dang it, I should have kept that one I had last year. I used a different kind of flour this year. And sometimes the flours can be tricky because they have, they're like blended with different kinds of flours. And I think the flour I used last year was just like a plain gluten-free flour. This one's like a bread mix, so I don't know. Gluten-free baking is really tricky. Okay, well that's doing that. I'm gonna start heating this up because I'm gonna make my cheese. Let me grab the milk. So while that's doing that, I'm going to open up my cherry mix that I already had in the fridge all night. And we are going to, this is why I put it in there, because it gets hard and jelly. So we're just going to take all of this. And this is already hard. This is already hard from earlier. Can't wait. This is our dessert. I'm just going to put that back on and put it back in the fridge. Still debating on, I think I'm just going to make that because it's already like 7:30. We're in a crunch time. I'm actually going to put these inside the oven and see how they turn out. Check on our noodles. It's probably like halfway done. These are the best gluten-free noodles. If you know anybody who is gluten-free or has celiac disease and is looking for noodles or any kind of pasta that tastes like the real deal and doesn't taste like cardboard, this is it. I got this at Daiso. It's a little, I think it's like for sushi, but I use it for that. It's like a Japanese style. So cute, right? Okay, we're just waiting for that. And then I'm gonna pop the macaroni and cheese and the candied yams in the oven at the same time. So by the time the turkey's done, the rolls should be done, and then the macaroni and the candied yams is the last thing that we need because this is just gonna take like a minute, and the gravy. So I have my butter. It is melting. But while that is melting, I need to cut up my cheese. Shout out to whoever bought me this knife set. Thank you so much. I'm gonna cut it into little pieces. I think I'm gonna use the whole thing. Screw it, let's use the whole thing. And I'm gonna put a little bit of some gluten-free flour, probably like just a little bit, just to thicken it up a little bit. And then I'm going to start adding my cheese. And I just have it on low. Whoops. While that's doing that, I'm going to drain my pasta and close up my flour. Now I'm back to, and I learned this recipe from Bird Martinez. Shout out to Bird Martinez. Turn it up a little bit. Put some milk in there. I just put a little bit of flour just to thicken it up a little bit. Whew, it is a workout though. Look at the flick of the wrist. Yes, kidding. Okay, we have it to where we want it. I'm going to put a little bit more milk in there, not a whole lot. I just used the Mexican blend. Get the rest of my cheese, my macaroni. I'm trying to smooth it out to make it even. I'm just going to use the rest of this. And my kids love this, thanks to Bird. So I have that ready. I'm just waiting on the turkey and the rolls to finish, and then I'm gonna pop these two in. This is the candied yams we had from earlier. So we're gonna cook this for about I don't know, probably like 10 minutes maybe. And then I take it out and then I take the foil off and then I put it on broil to get that color. Okay, as you can see, the turkey is almost done. So I'm gonna take out the turkey and drain the fat so that I can get some grease for the gravy. I just decided to do the instant version because it's late and I know everybody is hungry. Thankfully, it is gluten-free. I'm going to use some of the fat. Actually, I'm going to put some of that in here. And I'm going to make a roux. I'm going to add some water. Some more water. I didn't buy any chicken stock or turkey stock, so I'm just using good old grease and flour, turkey grease, flour, and water. It's just me, my dad, and Bella, so this should be plenty. Let that cook for a little bit. I'm going to check on my macaroni and cheese. It was 2 minutes, and then broiler, and then we're done, you guys. Woo. I've been cooking since, geez, I don't even know. I don't know how many hours. Takes a lot, takes a long time when it's just you by yourself. And if you added too much water, it'll evaporate, so. These rolls didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I don't know, maybe they did. I think I'm going to put them in for a little bit longer. They didn't brown on top though. I think I'm going to put them in a little bit longer after I'm done broiling. So everything is done. We're just waiting for the broil, the macaroni and cheese, and the sweet potatoes. Look at that. I'm going to put these rolls back in there just to see how they come out. These are gluten-free, so I can make regular yeast rolls with regular flour. Don't get me wrong, you know, they puff up nice. These are hard. And like I said, the recipe that I used was different from last year. So I'm going to try to brown these a little bit more and see how that goes. This is it. Turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, macaroni and cheese, yams, and my gluten-free cheesecake. And we're waiting for the bread. That is how my plate looks. Bless the food. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you in the next one.